Hey, how's it going guys? Chris here, and in this Battlefield Hardline weapon guide, I'll be going over the SR-25 ECC in quite a lot of detail. It's a semi-automatic sniper rifle, so it only fires one shot at a time, and being a sniper you'll only be able to use it on the professional loadout. The gun's exclusive to the cops to start with, and it'll cost you a fairly high price of $40,200. The SR-25 is pretty much the equivalent of the MK11 from Battlefields 3 and 4. And it's also got a lot of similarities with the SOCOM 16. Anyway, it's time for some stats. So without any attachments, the SR-25 has got a maximum damage of 43, which starts to drop off at 60 meters. This gradually starts to decline up to 120 meters, where the minimum damage of 34 is dealt. So it's basically got the same damage model that the SOCOM 16 and the PTR-91 has. This means it'll take 3 shots to kill another player with full health, over pretty much any range. Of course, if your enemy is already wounded, then it might take less. If they've got less than 68% health, it should only take 2 bullets to kill them at any range. The gun fires at 360 RPM, so the same as the other semi-auto snipers, and its muzzle velocity is 550 meters per second. So exactly the same as the SOCOM 16. Another thing that's the same as the SOCOM is its bullet drop speed, dropping at 9.81 meters per second. One thing that the SR-25 has over the SOCOM 16 though is its spread increase per shot. The SOCOM has a spread increase of 0.6, whereas the SR-25's spread increase is 0.3. So if you fire fast, the SR-25 should in theory be more accurate. As far as the recoil pattern goes, it's got a vertical jump of 0.5, a leftwards movement of minus 0.3 and a rightwards movement of 0.6. So just like the other semi-autos, the gun's got a kick upwards quite a lot, but unlike the others it's got a negative point towards its leftwards movement. This means that the recoil is going to jump away from the left and more towards the right. The rightwards recoil is really high already, and this will add even more kick to the right. This might make the gun a little bit more tricky to use, especially when you're spamming the trigger trying to get a load of shots on your target in quick succession. Though at least you can predict your weapon's movement, as you know for a fact that the gun won't kick to the left at all. There's a 2x first shot multiplier added on there too, so expect the gun to jump a little bit more because of this. The SR-25 only fires one shot at a time, so each shot should be counted as a first shot. In a typical magazine for the SR-25 you'll find yourself 21 bullets, and you'll start each spawn with 105 bullets. The reload time for an empty magazine is 3.3 seconds, and with bullets left in your last clip it should take 2.5 seconds. So it's almost the same as the SOCOM 16. The differences between them as far as reloads go are almost unnoticeable. So when you're choosing your attachments for the SR-25, the compensator might seem like the obvious choice to lower that vertical recoil down. However, because of the rightwards recoil is so damn high, it could make the gun harder to use at longer ranges, as your follow-up shots will stray more to the right, which could put your aim off quite a bit. I found that the muzzle brake is probably a better option in most cases, as it'll drop the horizontal recoil down by half. So that rightwards kick should feel a lot more manageable, especially in those closer engagements when you need to have a quick trigger finger. The vertical recoil will be reduced a little bit too, not as much as the compensator, but at least your shots will be a little bit more accurate. Now when you're picking which grip to equip, the angle grip is going to be your best bet. This will lower your first shot multiplier down by 33%, and because each shot is classed as a first shot, it's going to make the gun feel a lot more accurate. You should be able to control your weapon a little bit better with the angle grip, and you should be able to get your follow-up shots on your target a little easier. So to summarise, the SR-25 is a mid to long range semi-automatic sniper rifle that can be used by the professional class. Only the law enforcement faction can use it, and it's a good choice for taking out other players at further ranges. The recoil might put you off a bit with that rightwards kick, but the gun's quite predictable and can be improved quite a lot, provided you stick the right attachments on there. The SR-25's got a good range and it can kill in 3 bullets or less over any distance. It might seem very similar to the SOCOM 16, but it performs a little bit differently, and you might like using one more than the other. Anyway, that's my guide on the SR-25 ECC. Please be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and make sure you check out loads of other weapon guides on Battlefield Hardline on my channel. Subscribe to see plenty more in the future, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.